Check that out. That's what you call beautiful, beautiful summer rain. Nice and gentle. We're up to 8 mils at the moment. I really didn't think we were going to get much because we were sort of forecast for quite a bit, and then it's been pulled back and back and back and thought it was going to go around us. But 8 mils good at the moment. Hopefully it keeps it up for a little bit longer. Even if we got 15 to 20, that would be ideal. At least 10, well, it's probably up to almost 10 now. But this is going to make a massive difference. We were starting to get a little bit dry. Things were starting to dry out a little bit. The top was getting real crispy, but this will be massive for us. It will definitely take us through to February now, or the start of February anyway. Looks like it has, yep, just hit the 10 mil mark. What's even better is that I shot in this morning, got a load of fertilizer. It was 1.5 tons. It was just a couple of paddocks that I hadn't done, or there was one load that I hadn't got done on the farm, so I tidied them up, and it is going to wash in beautifully with this. Freshen those paddocks up nicely. Good morning. It is very still and calm and cool this morning, which is nice. It has been pretty warm over the last couple of weeks. We ended up getting 15 mils, so I said I would have been happy somewhere between 15 and 20. We got there. That's definitely going to keep things ticking over. That fertilizer will be washed in nicely now. I've actually just had a health alert come through for cow number 230. I thought she'd be somewhere at the back here, but I can't seem to see her. That's alright, because I know she's one of the cows that comes in the last couple of rows, and that is her there actually. I've had a bit of a spike with the sow count over the last sort of week, and I've found a couple of cows with mastitis. I was sort of hoping that I found them all, and then I found one 2 days ago, and I took her out of the vet for yesterday's pickup, and it still stayed quite high. It did come down a little bit, but it stayed quite high, so I'm hoping that this 230, she's going to be the culprit now. Strip her out and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that, first go. Yeah, that's not good. So that's mastitis. I'll just, oh look at that, 2 front quarters. No wonder it never came down. Back to her right. Thought I didn't have any treatment left for her, but I do, so it's pretty cool, this stuff. They come in little bottles, and what you do is suck the solution out of that one and you squirt it into this one. This one's got powder in it. It works real good for cows that have got more than 1 quarter affected. Squirt it in there, and then you give it a bit of a shake, and then you go and inject it into the muscle. Must be quite bad. She didn't give much milk. There's only about probably 2 or 3 litres in that bucket. The filter sock's pretty clean. There's like the odd little speck. See that little bit there? So that might be mastitis. It does feel a little bit rubbery. So there might be a cow with a little bit going on, but she might treat herself. But hopefully that's fixed the problem. Well, that's milking and the wash up done for another day. It's actually getting fairly warm now. Sun's coming out, it's pretty toasty. Dad usually does the wash up, but he went to the doctors this morning. He's got a sore shoulder, he doesn't know how he did it. I did offer to milk for him this morning, but he said it wasn't that bad, so we'll see how it is. One thing I do need to do is get this bank picked up, and I've just taken the top off. They give you these sticks. I'm just going to put it in and see how much liquid nitrogen's in here. You just drop it in like that, leave it for a little bit, and then pull it out. Give it a bit of a shake in the air like so. Oh, look at that, it's right on the red. Better make a phone call today. It's getting pretty low. That branch fell down the other day, so I need to pick that up. Cows will take a bit of a drop production wise now from that rain. Just turns all this sort of grass a bit watery, and it is how it is, but that's fine, because at least it'll be green in February, or the start of February at least. Now likes to keep a safe distance from them. The cows are quite inquisitive to her, and she doesn't like it. But check this out. This is one of the silage paddocks, and it will be loving that moisture. It's screened up already, I reckon. Since the calves are right next to the shed, I'm gonna bring them in today and just give them a quick drench. There's also 4 in there that need tagging that I never did when I tagged the rest of them. Come on. Come on. Thanking you. Yep. This one doesn't have one either. 51.
That one.
Good girl. That's excellent. Right.
Yep, thanking you. Can you hold this for me?
Yeah.
There we go. Nice. 51. Now I need number 30.
Right, Taylor,
Mum,
can you give that?
I hold it, Mum?
Can you give that to Dad, please?
Can I hold it?
Taylor. Ta.
Will hold it, Mum?
Ta.
Can I hold it? Mum, Mum,
Ah, thank you. So up you go.
up you go.
So up you go.
Up you go.
Here you go. Right, need the other one now, number 60.
Okay.
It's the last one.
This one.
That's it. No daycare today, so home day. Helping out on the farm. Thanks for that, Willie, Frankie, Taylor. Thank you for your help. Well, that was perfect timing. I rang up this morning to get it picked up and they're here like 2-3 hours later. I've got the results back for the sow count and today you can see it's dropped. So it was sitting at about 170 and then it spiked to 180 and then 200 and now it has come back down. So I'm hoping that since we took that 230 out of the vat today, tomorrow's pickup will have dropped again, but time will tell. So I'll see you tomorrow and we'll see what it looks like then. This morning when I was bringing the cows up, I was about back there on the motorbike and I seen all the cows like rush forward. They bolted that way and the ones that were actually up there sort of came back and I could see they were standing around something up here. And I was thinking, oh, that's pretty odd. That doesn't usually happen, obviously. And when I got up here, I could see that there was a cow that was lying under the bottom wire right there. Like you can actually see where the grass is flat. So a cow, I'm guessing, had been pushed by another cow and it went into the fence and toppled or fell sideways and then it was lying under that bottom wire getting shocked and it couldn't get up obviously. So I had to quickly push all these cows up there, shut the gate, otherwise they'd sort of all come back and shoot up and turn the power off, which is up at the house there. When you're trying to do it quite quickly, it seems to take ages, but by the time I got up there, she would have got a fair few shocks. And I came back down and I actually thought she'd sort of died, like she wasn't moving at all. But then I sort of went round and she was. I sort of managed to pull her head round and flip her over. It took a fair bit of effort, but I got her up and she sort of hopped straight up and then walked over to the gate over there and then up to the shed like nothing had happened. So that was, yeah, that was pretty handy she did that. But yeah, a little bit out of it that she went in the fence in the first place. And it just happened to be that was one of my good cows, number 20. She is on the older side and she's got a couple of nice daughters that are in the herd. But she's not a cow that I see pushing other cows around or a cow that gets bullied by other cows. So yeah, it was a little bit unusual. I'm guessing that a cow pushed her in there. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was a little bit scary. It's always the good ones that end up in situations like this, but she's fine now, so that's a good result. However, the results are back from last night's pickup, and good news, it has dropped. So down to the 130s now, which is good. We want to see under 150, so we're getting there. I would like it a little bit lower. There might be another cow that's infected somewhere, I just haven't found it yet. But yeah, if I could get somewhere around like 100 to 110, I'd be pretty happy, but I guess 130 is not all bad. It could be over 200. Or a couple of years ago it was sitting sort of around about 180. So we are making progress. Every year it seems like it's dropping just that little bit more. While I'm on the subject of good news, we also had another dairy trade auction last night, and on a whole it was up 2.3%. So that is good to see. We've had a couple of positives now. It's probably like 3 or 4 of them. So hopefully we do see maybe a rise in our midpoint at some stage. Like if it went up another 25 cents, that would be awesome. But time will tell. Sort of started topping again. This paddock got a little bit rank. It sort of looks a little bit rank in that half. So I've topped it in front of them. Hopefully they'll sort of clean it up, and then we'll get some nice, good regrowth. Certainly after that rain, it'll come back nicely. I also got a little bit of fern on these paddocks. It's sort of like a horseshoe down here, so all these ones got done. I was having a look on Weather Watch last night, and it looks like we possibly might get a little bit of rain come next Monday, or this Monday coming up next week, which will certainly help again. I don't think we're in for heaps, but if we get a little bit more, sort of 10-20 mils, that'll certainly just keep things ticking along as they are. But hopefully it's not going to rain too much next week, because I'm actually going away on my annual boys trip. There's a dozen of us. We chuck in 20 bucks into an account each week, and then once a year we go and do something, and we pull names out of the hat for 2 people to organise it in the group. And this year we are going, I think we're going like canoeing down one of the rivers. I think it may be the Wanganui River, I'm not too sure. So we've got 3 nights away next week doing that, which I'm actually looking pretty forward to. It's going to be good. It's always a good trip, this annual boys or lads trip that we go on. It's actually hard case. There's a few of us in that group too that have also gone out and we've bought a share and a horse. Only a very small share, but something to look forward to. Hopefully she's going to start racing next month, so when she does I'll let you guys know, and hopefully she does all right. But that'll pretty much do it for this video, guys. That will wrap it up. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.